Hi, it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to my yurt kitchen. We're outdoors up at the mountains and cooking. Rolando's got flank steaks going on the grill tonight that are marinated in a Jamaican jerk sauce. So tonight's finally the night. We're going to have our marinated flank steaks. These have been marinating, you can see, just in a gallon bag, and the steak's in there. How'd you prepare the steak, Rolando?
I take a hammered meat tenderizer, and I literally tenderize both sides. And I mean, you can't tenderize enough, okay? You can overdo it, and there's no such thing as overdoing it. The other thing that I do with the flank steaks, I love doing this particular marinade with flank steaks. You do your mixture, which you've already seen. You do your mixture of marinade, put it in the bag, and put the date on the bag too. I mean, I don't, because I've been doing this so many times, but you might forget how long you keep it in there. I would not marinate any less on the flank steak. I wouldn't do it any less than 3 days. And believe me, I've tried 1 night, 2 nights, and 3 nights. 3 nights, the absolute minimum. And I go up to 5 days. My favorite is I do them for 5 days. That's 5 nights, okay? And I've not gone beyond it because, in all honesty, there's not much of a difference between after 5 days. I really don't believe there would be. But there is a difference between 3 nights and 5 nights. That's why I choose 5 nights.
So these have been on the marinade for 5 days, 5 nights. And today we're going to charcoal grill these on the Weber kettle grill, and we're going to throw some mesquite chips in with it as well. So I'll show you that process as well on these. They're going to cook, we think, about 36 minutes.
An average of 36 minutes. We're up in a higher elevation. It's also cold here, and so it may take us longer. And I flip them every 6 minutes. You don't want them to char too badly on any one side. And so that's why I flip them every 6 minutes.
And that also lets you keep an eye on it, right? So you can tell visually when they're getting done.
Exactly. I never poke them to see if they are done. I never cut into them. I'll show you the flexibility of them, and that's how I test it, because I've been doing them long enough.
Let's go light some charcoal.
Cool. Very good.
So we're actually going to light the coals now. We like to use the chimney instead of just putting them in the bottom in a pile in lighter fluid.
I don't use lighter fluid anymore. I used to, but there were times where I was detecting the taste of the lighter fluid. So I learned to get the chimney. Another nice little trick about using the chimney is you get a grocery bag, cut out the bottom of it, cut the bag in half, and you have 2 pieces, and it takes 1/2 of a grocery bag to stuff under your chimney. And I cut a bunch of them to last me all summer long. And we just light the bottom of the chimney, or the paper. When you see smoke up here, you know you're done. And you just let it go, and it's going to catch. All right, so it's time to get our charcoal briquettes out of the chimney. It's been about 15, 16 minutes. On average, it's 12, but again, that really doesn't matter. I know that they're ready when the top charcoal briquettes are a combination of the white ash and the black, and you're gonna have plenty of time to cook with these. Now this has a pull lever, but I'm gonna dump them out, and the reason I do that is because I like the hot ones. I'm gonna put on top of the less ready ones, and I always cook with an indirect heat, so we're going to put all of our charcoal briquettes on one side, so that our steaks are not going to be directly on top of the heat. I will towards the end, but we'll cover that when we get there. So, all right, and I try to just keep it at 1 layer. That keeps it a slower cook. Heat's not so high. And again, you don't have to get extremely technical or precise, but roughly just 1 layer thick. Spread them out good. Keep them close.
It's like you're doing a layer on tacos.
Bingo. I'm into the layer thing apparently, right? All right, here we go. So the next thing I'm going to do, we're going to add, now these chips have been soaking pretty much all day, right, Bob?
Yeah. And this is mesquite.
Mesquite is the strongest flavor of all of the chips that are out there. We're just going to spread them very nicely, because we're cooking, the steam from the smoke will actually help with the meat also. You know what? I'm gonna go a little more. There we go.
And the mesquite flavor goes really good with this jerk flavoring. It's just amazing the way that they go together. So as these are marinated, he actually flips them a couple times a day, and you rub that sauce in so it really gets put into the meat. You see how that jerk marinade just sits all over that meat. We got to get the cover though done up, or that smoke gets out there and all the mesquite smoke goes away. So now we'll flip them every 6 minutes.
Yep, 6 minutes.
Cook it for about 36 minutes, and they should be amazing. So we opened all the vents on the grill. That lets the air flow through, so it really lets the smoke circulate inside of there and get on all sides of the meat and really get all the way around the meat, because it soaks it in right at the first. You can see how much smoke is coming out of this grill. That's those mesquite chips. And again, it's off-centered, so all the meat's on one side, all the briquettes on the other side to do, so you're not doing any direct heat.
So they have been in for a total of 36 minutes. And because of the temperature, it's about 50 degrees right now. It's been raining pretty much of the day, so we have a little bit of humidity in the air. They were cooking slower than normal, so I chose to put them on top of the direct heat. Now that I know that they're done, and the other thing that like I told you earlier, I don't poke holes in them. The juices will come out. I don't stick a fork in it. I don't stick a knife in it to see if they're ready. I've been doing this for so many years that I can tell by picking it up. We got a little bit of flexibility without it being floppy. If it was too floppy, they're not done. But look, there's some flexibility and they're not floppies, they're done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut into this. You can see the juice is coming up. This is a really good steak that's done just right. Now, I don't know if you folks know about cutting, but a chef once taught me that you cut against the grain of your meat and then put a really sharp angle on it. And the reason you do that, take a look at this. That's a nice pink color, even on the very thin parts. The reason you put a nice diagonal on it while you cut is it's actually going to appear that the meat is even more tender. So we'll make a few slices here. One of the things I like about a flank steak and cooking it this way is you have all the full gamut. A lot of times this is cooked well done. And as you get to the middle, obviously, this is going to be, we're going to see some juices and some blood in there. Those are my pieces. Some people like it that way. My wife happens to be on this end of the spectrum, which is nothing wrong with that, right? And again, that's why I like flank steak, because I can cook it once, and it has every flavor you'd like.
And the reason for the big bevel, you say, is it seems more tender, but it's because it falls apart then as you bite into it, right?
Exactly, yes, because of the angle cut and against the grain. That's exactly right.
Perfect. We'll show it to you on the plate here in just a minute.
So I'm going to show you the colors. Hopefully you'll be able to see it on the camera, but again, at this end you have everything that's nice and well done. Hardly any pink whatsoever as you move in. This is a medium well. You can see your pink in between your done layers, right? And as you get here where the heart of the meat was, you can still see the grain. If I were to squeeze this, you're going to see the red juices. Again, that's your more along your medium rare. And again, we get back to starting looking like the well done.
I got to try one.
Try that, Bob.
Can't wait.
Let me know what you think.
Wow, the flavor is just amazing on those. With flavor like that, you're going to want something that can handle a strong flavor as far as a wine pairing. So, wow, there's a lot of spices in that. I would probably go something along the lines of a Tempranillo Rioja, or even a California Zinfandel would be amazing with this. That sweet flavor that comes from the wine is just going to blend with this amazingly. It would be an amazing pairing. We'll show it to you all plated up here in just a minute. So here's our plate tonight. It's a blend of that great Jamaican Jerk Flank Steak and the sesame, soy, asparagus, and then just some mashed potatoes that we put together. We decided tonight, instead of wine, we were actually looking for island flavor and got to talking that, boy, you could probably do, I think a dark beer would be too heavy with the steak, but a lighter beer would be great with it. But then we got to thinking, what's more Jamaican than rum? Let's go rum. Oh, we're in the mountains and we don't have any rum here. So we ended up with going this is a Kentucky mule. And I think that ginger and the lemony flavor is going to blend right in with everything that's going on here as well. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. leave a comment, and consider hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps if you can share my videos with friends and family that might be interested, or watch some of the other videos on my channel. I hope this dish, or one of my other featured dishes, finds its way into your kitchen soon.